Hey, thanks for hanging back out with us again today. Today I wanted to work on a technique video, and we have an order for, we're going to be using the Angling AI Biggins, the 7¼ inch swim bait molds, and we're going to be doing a fire tiger. So I'm not going to get too involved in the recipe. Fire tiger is essentially a watermelon green on top of an orange belly. We're going to kind of sweeten it up, and hopefully you dig it. All right, so the first thing we need to make a good bait is some good plastisol. We only use deadonplastix. So like I said, we're not going to really focus on a recipe so much. If you want to know, I'll let you know what I'm putting in it and stuff. But I really want to just show you this technique that we're using, which you can use for many different patterns. I mean, it doesn't just have to be this fire tiger. Just change up your color patterns a little bit. But the techniques is what I really want to show you. So we're going to get this in the mic and get rocking on this. All right, as you can see, we have our biggins laid out. Now the hot plate is set just to warm for right now, just to get the chill off them. We just got them set on the warm setting. And as soon as we got the color ready, I'll show you how we do it. All right, so we have our color, and if you want to know what this color was, it is Dead on Plastic Kiwi with a touch of 0.062 black glitter, the big stuff, and then 0.040 of the coffee flake from Dead On. Now, if you've seen me pour these before, you know what's about to happen. We're going to pour about halfway down, all the way through the body, and then dump it back out onto this cold mold so that we can repurpose our molds. Now, remember, the molds are only hot, so this are only on a warm setting. So our plastic is hot. So this is about 380, about that. Super hot on a cool plastic mold. So we're going to dump it in the head and just let it flow down, and then dump it out. Just like that. Let's get another one. You only want to go about halfway. The other one I think might be too much. We might want to redo it. There we go. That looks better. See, about halfway, not quite into the belly. So let's fix that first one. And now all you do is peel it out. All right, let's try it again. About half of it. You don't want to go the whole distance. About halfway, dump her out. And don't worry about all that. I'll show you how we fix that. Now we only have a set of 2. So I'll just do all these real quick. About halfway, all the way down. And dump it out. Last one. All the way down. And dump her out. Alright. Now since all this is on here and it's cooled down right away, we can just peel all that off and throw it back in the cup to reuse it. So now we're going to heat up some more plastic, and we're going to use this for the orange. We're going to leave those just as they are in a warm setting. And we're going to heat up some orange and pour that onto it. Okay, so now we have our orange belly, which is just like the top. It's hot. We got a little under a half a cup, and we put 5 drops of orange Dead on Plastic and 5 drops of pink lemonade to mute it down a little bit. Now what we're going to do We already got that green that we put on top, so we're going to fill this bottom in with the orange, and we'll just let it flow down the bottom this time. Okay? Start in the head. And don't worry if it overlaps. That's kind of the idea. And just let it flow out like that. Like that. Now your saturations are what's important. You want to make sure nothing's too saturated, so one color is going to overpower the other color. Let it flow all the way down and then out. Okay. Let it flow all the way down and out. And last one. And out. Just like that. Alright, so it looks like we got a big mess here, right? But that's actually what we want. Let me get this one out of the way. Okay. That's actually what we want. Because if you notice where they meet, 1 second, let me get my glove. That's still a little warm. There. Now, if you notice where they meet, where the colors join, you can see like that line, that hard line, all the way through it. Now, if you pour it just like that, you're going to see a cold crack through it. So what we want to do is we're going to get our heat gun and blend those two colors, and it'll take that right out of there, which will make peeling all this top and the bottom. It'll make peeling that off even easier too. So we're going to get this heat gun out, and we're going to blast it off real quick. Alright, so those are all blasted off, and as you can see, all the colors are blended together nice. Very cool. Now what we're going to do is just pinch all of this off. Sometimes you can get lucky and pull a whole strip off, but it doesn't look like we're going to get lucky today. All you do is just pinch the edges. Just don't pull. If you pull, you'll mess it up. You want to pinch all the way down, and then just peel it off. Just like that. So we're going to get these other ones cleaned up real quick. And then when we line them up, they're going to be parallel to each other. So let me get these cleaned up real quick, and then we'll be right back. All right, now you see we got them running parallel to each other. And that's how you get parallel lines on both sides. So what we're going to use, you've seen me use dotting pigment before, but Lureworks is getting, this is what we usually use, this dotting pigment. but it's getting it's back ordered, so a lot of people are having trouble finding this. But this stuff, the SB coat, the 3022 from Lureworks, works awesome, and this works just as good, if not better. Now, the way I like to do it, this mold is still in the warm state. It's not hot. It's just getting warm. We got these brushes that you just use to brush your razors and stuff off. You can find these on Amazon. We just got a little bit in the lid. Okay, brush off the extra. Now we're just going to work it right across both sets of molds, all the way across, so that way they're all parallel. Just run a nice line on both sets. Okay, dip it again. Wipe off the extra. Your spacing is up to you, really. I'm putting about an inch spacing in between them, between the bars. Nice and even. This is where you get that fire tiger stripe from. And once this stuff is on it, you can't fix it. So make sure you put it in the right place, because it stays on pretty good, this dotting pigment. This is specifically made for soft plastics. There's other kinds that they offer there, but SB coat is made for soft bait plastic. Let's do one more in the tail to finish it up. Now I like to just, what's left on the brush, just go this way through the eye a little bit, just to tie it all together. All right. So there's that. Make sure you cap this stuff. And this stuff is very volatile. Woo! No, no. Make sure you, very strong, oil based. So make sure you got ventilation when you're using this thing. This stuff, it can be strong. Make sure you maintain safety. All right, so there's those. So we're gonna get our hook slots. Put our hook slots back in. Whoops. Alrighty. I'm gonna close these up, and we're gonna get these clamped down real quick. Now, what we got, the temps of these are still on the warm setting while we did all that. So now we got them all clamped up, ready for the next step. So now is when we're going to turn it up. And we're going to turn it up. For the first color, I'm going to turn it up. I like to do it gradually. So for this first color, we got it about 200 degrees. Now we're going to pour a belly in there. But to kind of go along with it, we're going to pour a thin pink lemonade. I couldn't say it. Thin pink lemonade belly, just to where that hook slot is, and then we'll top it off with the same green that we poured the green top in. Okay, so we got our pink lemonade bottom. We got to watch our saturations. You don't want it too deep, too thick of a saturation. We're going to fill that in right below that hook slot, right to where it tops off. Nice and slow. Now, since the molds are getting hotter, we're pouring the plastic cooler. As the mold temps go up, the plastic temps go down. So this molds are getting close to about 200, so we're pouring about 320, 300, 320 right in there. Yeah. All right. Now remember the top that we capsuled on the very top layer, the green? We're going to just fill these in with that green. Okay, so now we're going to pour the tops in, and we got the temp up to our finishing temperature, which is about 320 or 280, about 280 degrees. We got our plastic here, and we're going to just slowly fill it in. We want it just to the top, but not to where it flows over. Just level with the top. Nice and slow. Just like that. Alright, so those are done and they're in. We're going to let them cool off at their natural temperature on their own. We killed all the power on the hot plate, so they're just chilling. And we'll give them a little while to cool down, and once they're cool, we'll break them open and see how we did. Alright, we're back and we're going to check them out, see if they're cooled down enough, and see how we did. Okay, let's see how we did. Oh yeah. Look at that. See how that belly fades now? Very cool. Very cool. Let's check out the other one. Oh. Yeah. Awesome. Alright, let's put some eyes on these. We get asked about eyes a lot. We get them a lot of different places. Usually there's this place on eBay called Lifefly, and they got the best prices per eye. But for these ones, you can find this guy on Instagram and Facebook and everything. It's DeadMeat Customs. We're going to use some of his custom eyes. These are special order eyes, but I think it's going to look pretty good. So we're going to glue these eyes in real quick. They got the same flair of a fire tiger to them. So let's put a dab of the Loctite Super Gel. It's the only glue that we use. Just a dab in the middle. Make sure our eye orientation is going the right way. And then push it in there with a little help. Always check that eye orientation. Make sure it's going the right way. Alright. Check that out with the eyes. Very, very cool. Awesome. We're going to get the other side on these, and then we're going to take them outside and see how we do. Here we are outside. Check that out. Awesome. Those eyes really set it off, too. Very cool. Nice fire tiger.
Nice.
All right, so there they are. They turned out pretty cool, pretty fire tiger-ish. Hope you enjoyed it, and I just really wanted to go over the technique. You can use those same techniques for hundreds of patterns. Just change your color sequence a little bit, but the technique of if you got cooler molds, you got more hotter plastic, hotter molds, cooler plastic. You know the way we lay the dotting pigment in. I just really wanted to show you that. So hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, make sure you check out all our links and the video description, and you can find out where to find all the stuff that we use. And yeah, till next time. Thanks for hanging out.